What's the most creative way you've ever followed your parents' rules just to annoy them? My dad had one rule that he was absolutely obsessed with. Be home by 10 p.m. sharp. Not 10:01, not 10:05, exactly 10 o'clock. He would literally stand at the front door with his watch waiting like some kind of security guard. If I was even 1 minute late, I lost my car keys for an entire week. No exceptions, no excuses, no appeal process. So, at 1600, I decided if he wanted me home by 10 o'clock, I would be home by 10. But I was going to make it as disruptive and annoying as humanly possible. It started simple. First night, I pulled into our driveway at exactly 9:59 p.m. and honked my horn 3 times long, loud honks that definitely woke up our neighbors. Then I got out, walked to the front door, and rang the doorbell like I was a guest. When Dad opened it looking confused, I stood at attention, saluted him, and announced, "Reporting for duty, sir," arriving with precisely 60 seconds to spare as per household regulations. He just stared at me like I had lost my mind. "What are you doing?" "Following your rules," I said with the straightest face possible. "You said be home by 10 o'clock. I'm home by 10 o'clock. The next night I took it further. I came home at 9:59 again, but this time I brought my friend Mike with me. We both marched up to the front door and I announced loudly, "Witness present to confirm timely arrival." Mike held up his phone showing 9:59 p.m. and nodded solemnly like he was testifying in court. My dad just shook his head and walked away without saying a word. My mom was laughing in the kitchen. By night, I had created an entire system. I started taking a photo of our front porch with my phone, making sure the timestamp was visible at 9:59 p.m. Then I would print it out at school the next day and hand it to my dad at dinner like it was some kind of official report. "Photographic evidence of compliance," I would say, sliding the paper across the table. He would crumple it up and throw it away without even looking at me. My mom thought the whole thing was absolutely hilarious. She would try to hide her smile behind her coffee mug. My dad was not amused at all. He kept muttering about how I was being ridiculous, but he could not actually punish me because technically I was following his rule perfectly. Then I took it to the next level. I went to a thrift store and bought an actual time clock. You know, the kind with the cards that you punch in at factory jobs. It cost me $8. I installed it right next to our front door with double-sided tape. Every single night at 9:59 p.m., I would walk in, ceremoniously punch my time card with a loud kick-chunk sound, and file it in a little folder I labeled Attendance Records, Autumn 2023. My dad walked past it one night and just stopped. He stood there staring at this time clock mounted on our wall like it had personally offended him. "Do you really need to do this?" he asked, his voice tight. I looked him dead in the eye. "Just following the rules, Dad. You always said punctuality builds character." My mom was losing it. She was laughing so hard she had tears in her eyes. This went on for 2 weeks. 14 nights of me punching in at 9:59 p.m. like I was clocking in for a shift. I even started wearing a little name tag I made that said Employee of the Month. But the absolute breaking point came on a Friday night. I showed up at 9:59 p.m. as usual, but this time I was not alone. I had brought a notary public with me. Yes, an actual notary. I had paid this guy $20 to come to my house and notarize an official document confirming my exact arrival time. The document had stamps, signatures, raised seals, the works. I walked in, handed the notarized certificate to my dad and said, "For your record, sir, legal proof of compliance with household curfew policy." My dad just stood there holding this ridiculous official document. He looked at it, then at me, then at the notary, who waved awkwardly, then back at the document. His face was doing this thing where I could tell he wanted to yell, but also knew he had absolutely no ground to stand on. The notary cleared his throat. "So, do you need me to notarize anything else?" My dad pointed at the door. "You can go." After the notary left, my dad took a very long, very deep breath. "New rule," he said slowly. "Be home by 10 p.m. No witnesses, no documentation, no notaries, no time clocks, and definitely no photographic evidence required. Just be home." I smiled. "So, we are clear. You are officially amending the household curfew policy." "Yes," he said, rubbing his temples. "Yes, I am officially amending it." "Perfect," I said. "I would like that in writing, please." He just walked away. My mom gave me a high five. Now, whenever he brings up curfew, I just pull out my phone and casually ask, "Would you like to get that notarized?" He does not find it funny.